Why the Warriors are no longer able to acquire Kevin Durant, despite being in the running before the season began? The Golden State Warriors are no longer able to realistically acquire Kevin Durant. Okay, so it's true that the Golden State Warriors and the Brooklyn Nets could technically make a trade that sends Klay Thompson to Brooklyn and Kevin Durant back to California. However, would the Warriors ever agree to that? Definitely not. The Warriors were rumored to be at least considering Durant's availability in trade scenarios prior to the start of the season. Following his trade request, Durant later worked things out with the Nets and publicly pulled out of the market. In light of the chaos in Brooklyn, ESPN's Zach Lowe claims that the Vultures are going to circle Durant once more. Star guard Kyrie Irving is suspended due to a tangled mess where he shared a movie with anti-Semitic themes and refused to outright say he isn't anti-Semitic. Ime Udoka, who was recently embroiled in a scandal of his own with the Boston Celtics, will succeed Steve Nash as head coach. Yes, it's hard to believe that Durant wouldn't relish the chance to leave Brooklyn now, given that he had already expressed his desire to leave before the season began. So, why not now, given that the Warriors were involved in the past? Jordan Poole's 4-year, $140 million contract extension was signed in mid-October, just before the regular season began, severely restricting the Warriors' trade flexibility when Durant was available. He has a poison pill provision now that he has signed that extension. In the event of a trade, the Warriors would receive $3.9 million, while the Nets would receive $26.3 million, which is a wide range, with a difference in price of $22.4 million. Selling something is difficult. Since other players cannot be traded, the Warriors are unlikely to consider any fair trade that does not involve Poole. This year, Andrew Wiggins cannot be traded. The Warriors and the Nets are both tax-paying teams, so they can't take more than 125% plus $100,000 of what they give away in a trade. Therefore, the Warriors would only be able to recover $37.23 million if they sent out Poole, $3.9 million, and Draymond Green, $25.8 million. The new salary for Durant is $44.1 million. Let's say James Wiseman is brought in by the Nets. That wouldn't work for the Nets, who could only bring in $55.23 million, so that wouldn't work. $61.7 million is the sum of Green, Poole, and Wiseman all together. For the Warriors and the Nets to reach an agreement, they would need to make a truly innovative trade. They would most likely require a third team, and it is unlikely that they would receive much value in return for their participation. There are no longer any hopes that Durant will return to Golden State and save the season.